Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us here on ABC 24+. I'm Yvonne Cooper alongside Ruben Diaz as we are covering right now and awaiting a press conference from Memphis Police on a missing 5-year-old.
Yes, so we've been bringing this story all morning long about this young man who's missing, been missing since about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Police did announce that they're going to have an update on the search for this missing child, Kayden Nolen. Let's get you caught up on what we know at this point while we wait for that press conference to get started. I know we're just moments away from getting an update from police.
Yes, this all started with a City Watch alert that was issued at around 1 yesterday, and it came from information given to police from Nolen's aunt that he is autistic and he was last seen at around 1 Wednesday afternoon at Lakeview Apartments.
Yeah, so according to the aunt, he has actually walked away before. She woke up from a nap, according to the report that we found, woke up from a nap, realized he was missing. He'd done this in the past, and that they normally would find him at the Lakeview Apartments, but at this point hadn't been able to find him.
Right, and just to give you an idea of where that area is, that's actually off of Meadow Lake Drive, near Parkway Village. And again, the search is still on for little Nolen at this time.
Yeah, so we don't know what the police are wanting to announce. Memphis Police just came out a few minutes ago and said they were going to hold an update. And so at this moment, we're all waiting for them to get set up. Our crew is on the way right now. And once they get set up and start to make their announcement, I believe that should be happening any moment now. As soon as it gets set up, we will go straight live to that press conference to get the very latest information on this young man.
Yes, what we know so far about Nolen is that he was last seen wearing a red shirt, gray and black pants, and he was last seen with no shoes on.
Yeah, not a lot of information. There was no suspect information or nothing like that given in the report. It was basically that he had gone missing around 1 o'clock and nobody could find him. Again, he is diagnosed as autistic, and the aunt said that this had happened in the past where he had left and then they'd always found him in the apartment complex. Unfortunately, they were not able to find him at this point in time. By this point in time, we do not know. Again, have to reiterate, we don't know. We do not know exactly what's going on at that press conference, but we're going to try to take it to you now live, I believe. Do we have an update on that? Where we can go to that press conference live? All right, we're getting it routed in right now because this is, of course, live, happening live in the moment. So we're getting it all set up for you so you can get the very latest.
It is. We believe several law enforcement officers are there with Memphis Police, including Police Chief C.J. Davis, that will help deliver that update to see exactly where they are in the search and how the family is doing, where Nolen is, if they have that update at this time.
Yeah, and we hate to speculate one way or the other about anything in this situation, so we're really just waiting to see what the information is that police are wanting to deliver. And again, as soon as we get that up, we'll be able to bring it to you. Again, the kid's been missing since 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and police we've had a city watch out all evening and then again all morning, and then we just got an update about 30 minutes ago that the police were going to hold an update about the missing child.
Yeah, we're going to stay with you through this update. ABC 24's Leah Williams is also live there listening in to the press conference as they get set up. And as soon as we have that shot, we'll give that to you here on 24+.
Yeah, so as we wait for the press conference to start and we wait for our people to get set up, it's important to note that with the child being autistic, the aunt made it known that this is something that had happened in the past. And so I think they were hopeful that they would find him in the apartment complex, and that's where kind of the alarm came, was when they couldn't find him in the apartment complex. They had looked in the apartment complex before they were able to actually find out that he wasn't in there. According to what we're hearing right now, the police are still searching for little Kayden Nolen at this point in time.
Yes, and we're going on now multiple hours of that search. Let's listen now to police.
Very concerned as time goes by and we have not found this young man. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, who issued an endangered child alert and has also sent personnel to assist us. We've been assisted by the Shelby County Sheriff's Department, also the Marshal Service, and the Fire Department, who is here with us today. We are asking that our community members be on the lookout for this young man. This is very concerning, and we need everyone's help in finding Kayden Nolen today. Thank you.
Chief Daniel Wilkerson, Fox 13, you mentioned that this time is a little different from the other times that he's gone missing.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, time has passed, more time than usual. Kayden has been missing before, but his family found him in a relatively reasonable amount of time. It's been hours at this point. And as time goes by, we become more and more concerned, especially not knowing where a 5-year-old is, especially a 5-year-old that has health issues.
Stephanie Douglas actually just had a question. For you, Daddy, what is your relationship? Why you have to, what's your relationship?
And I'll help you. We've asked Frank. Frank came out on his own, and he has been looking as well. And we've had other community members, so we've asked him to stand here with us in collaboration as we appeal to our community members, not just different government agencies, but also community members. Frank, you want to say anything? He doesn't want to say anything.
I heard you say that, officers have been here overnight, but maybe I missed it, but could you tell me what have the hours been like? How long have you guys been searching around the clock?
What, about 12 hours?
So the first call came in at 4:30 p.m. yesterday. So we've been on ground since then.
I know a child is involved. I've never seen this type of response, though. Is there a reason?
Anytime there's a child involved, we try to rally as many resources, especially as the time, we need other assets. We need aviation. We have drones out. And sometimes we may even have to dive in the lake. And so we ensure that we have the different resources, whether it's night vision, some of the other agencies have other tools to use, but we don't feel like we have too many resources, and that's why we're making an appeal to the community as well.
In a world where there's so much technology, and we've been able to now, with the Ring cameras, sort of is ground possible.
We are looking at all surveillance cameras that we have access to, even individuals that have registered their Ring cameras. That's part of the Connect to Memphis process. In times like these, we utilize that technology to help us solve, various types of situations in the community.
Thank you, guys. We'll get an update through the PIO.
Yes, thank you all.
Can you say right now to get a picture?
Yes,
Oh, no.
the picture.
Chief, would you mind just putting your hand on one side of the paper? I'm sorry, not the stage.
That's okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was mailed. Okay.
Yeah, so obviously, let's get you a little recap in case you missed part of that, of what Police Chief C.J. Davis had to say as far as with Kayden Nolen still being missing. They are still looking for Kayden Nolen, and she said, quote, very concerned to find this young man.
Yes, and not only is MPD involved in this search, the Marshal Service is now involved. SCSO, the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, is also assisting MPD in looking for little Nolen.
Yes, they also mentioned the TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, as well as the fire department. So kind of an all-hands-on-deck situation right now while they try to find Nolen. Asked kind of why there was such a massive grouping. The C.J. Davis replied that the child's health condition had them concerned, and that the fact that he was 5 years old and been gone for more than 12 hours at this point.
Exactly. They mentioned that they started searching on the ground at about 4:30 yesterday. So this has been more than 12 hours at this point that they've been working to try to find Nolen. But they're also saying that people in the community have now started to come out, and that they're encouraging that. If you live in the Parkway Village area, that may be something that if you can do, maybe go out there and join that search to look for this young boy. Yeah,
so it was really an appeal or a call for help at this point in time is what that update ended up being, where they're basically calling on the public to help find young Nolen. They're basically saying that they need as many resources as possible, Ring cameras, surveillance cameras. Kayden Nolen still missing, and they need everybody's help to try to find him at this point in time because he's been gone longer than he usually is, was one of the points that C.J. Davis made.
Yes, and I don't know if this information is helpful, but we do want to give this to you. Nolen was last seen wearing a red shirt, black and gray pants, and he was last seen with no shoes on. Again, he was in the Parkway Village area. So if you can see him, if you have seen him, please call that number that's listed on your screen. It's 901-636-4479. Police are willing to listen to you, work with you to find this young boy.
Yeah, and you may want to reach out in the area as well if you want to help search for young Kayden Nolen. Again, want to give you that number one more time, 901-636-4479. 4479 as the police still search for Kayden Nolen, a missing 5-year-old who's been gone since yesterday around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's what today's update was about, the very latest information on that search.
Yes, and we will have more on this developing story, of course, on ABC 24 News midday at 11 o'clock. That will start in about an hour.
All right, thank you so much for joining us here on 24 Plus. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more.